our topic of what would you do if your mate, okay, you met your boo thing, like I met my little piece of chocolate, and all of a sudden your boo thing gains like 700 pounds, and now you
use that example.
Well, I mean,
you know I gained some weight. That's a soft. You know, I don't. Ooh, y'all like people cut their hair and they just get a new attitude.
Anyway, no, but I'm just you get with someone, they looking all fine and sexy, and
I'm not. This is not going well. Okay,
baby, I'm not talking about you. Stop getting so sensitive. Everybody can talk about you. You get with someone, and then they lose all their teeth.
That's not me.
Because you being foolish. But you know, you meet someone, they look one way 1 minute, and then, you know, a year goes by, or 2 years go by, and now they walking out the house with bonnets in their head, and chicken grease stains on their white tees, or they not keeping themselves up like how they used to.
Right. Or they had long hair on one day, and the next day it was just gone.
Baby, don't
just gone.
You like it, so stop running.
It did, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Okay, so the first time I saw her hair, she's like, "Can you pick me up?" And da, da, da. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe she went to get her nails done. And I pick her up, and this woman comes out, and I'm like, and then I smile, but then I'm forcing back the tears because I want to cry too at the same time. I just don't know how I feel in this moment. Like, I left you with hair that morning. I promise you, it was on your head. It was long down your back. And then I picked her up, and I was just like, Harper, who is this woman?
Not Harper!
Yes. Thankfully, though, she's beautiful, with hair or without. But I'm so glad, because yes. I knew something all day. I was like, something just ain't right. Just felt something on the inside. Now I knew what it was.
Lord, but what do you do? Do you stay with the person? Like, how do you handle that situation? Okay, now for you, you saw me, you know, with long hair, don't care.
Exactly. By the way, that's what I said. This is my side chick right now. The main one got all the long hair. This is my side.
Well, I mean,
she's in for the season.
I went through a complete change because when y'all saw me last, I was blind and I had bundles, 30-inch bundles down to my booty, girl. And now I'm, you know, short hair, don't care, you know.
I call Miss Sassafras.
Miss Sassafras. Now, mind you, a lot of y'all probably thought that under that weave, your girl Majesty ain't had no hair. No, I actually did have like a lot of long hair down my back.
Not no more.
But I wanted a change. And sometimes when you want to change, you want to get rid of things. And so I wanted to get rid of my hair. Literally get rid of all of the hair.
Nico, I agree. Don't let yourself go, girl.
And now that just brought up a conversation for us to talk about, which was,
what do you do?
What do you do?
I agree with Crystal just said hair doesn't make the person, plus they make wigs. That is absolutely true. But Crystal, let's not lie. Some of these wigs and weaves, no ma'am.
So listen, I've seen some things down south. You ladies need some help.
Honestly, before her, I never wanted to date a woman that had weave. I just didn't like the way it looked. I just was like, just be you. I mean, let me know what I'm getting. So when there's you can't do the weave or you don't want to do it anymore, I at least know, what's up. The weight thing we can deal with because, it goes up and down. My weight goes up and down. It's not a big problem. It's not a huge thing. But yeah.
Listen, what had happened was that, like I said, I wanted something different. But I mean, what do you do? I mean, okay, so they just said that she had gained some weight. I personally didn't see it like that. To me, she still looked the same. Honestly, I didn't think nothing about it. That's my baby.
That's that love. That's what love does for you. It makes you blind. Thank you, God.
I ain't blind. You still all chocolatey and whatnot, rubbing on the locks and everything. For the locks.
When you're in a relationship with someone, hopefully the thing you fall for is not just the physical appearance, because things can happen. Anything can happen. It can be car sickness. It can be sickness or illness. It can be a car accident. It can be anything that takes place that changes the person's physical appearance.
Exactly.
But who they are on the inside, the core, the person that you hopefully fell in love with remains the same. So, one of the things I was saying, I was like, I don't think anything should change. But if it does get to a point where it bothers you that much, and it's something that actually can be worked on or done, like weight gain or anything like that, then work on it with them.
But what happens if the person doesn't feel like they,
And you either gonna rock with them or you not. But that goes back even to the conversation we had before about people's personal preference.
Yes.
That plays in it too, because if I met you and I said, you know what, I don't like to date, larger size women, because, I'm the largest size there's only room for one of us. And then, literally there's only room for one of us. And then, you gain weight knowing at the very beginning, this is something I said is my preference. One or two things can happen. Either we can agree that, we'll continue on, or we can do something about it.
Don't you think that's kind of shallow?
How is that shallow? That was a preference. I mean, I can see it both ways.
Okay, so if I came back if over the next couple years I gained 100 pounds, what you finna do? You finna leave me?
Oh, I'm reading the comments, baby. Read the comments.
I'm asking you a question.
Huh?
You can hear.
Huh?
If I turned around and gained 100 pounds,
Huh? Wait, my mama calling me.
you see how trifling?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, I would still love her because who she is and how she loves me is amazing. And whether she's 100 pounds heavy or not, I'm not about to lose that.
Yeah, but then you ain't gonna want to get sexy with me no more. See, ladies, this is the thing that happens. See, okay, and listen, that's just truth. Let's be clear. You can love someone till you blue in the face, boo. But if you are not sexually attracted to them and you ain't keeping it cute, ain't nobody gonna let it. If you funky and if you don't, what if you get with somebody and all of a sudden they just let their hygiene fall off? They don't bathe when they come home from work. They stink. And then they got the audacity to be trying to get sexy with you. No, half of we lesbians. Your cooch ain't right. Go get some Astigil or something to get that together and come back.
My niece is on. She had to close her ears.
Hey, Stephanie. I'm just saying.
Don't tell my mama.
What happens if they don't brush their teeth and they breath smell horrendous?
No. Whoa. Now, for one, how do we even get in a relationship if you didn't have good hygiene?
Well, sometimes people fall off.
There's no falling off. If it's not right, baby, let's go. We gonna go floss. We gonna go to the dentist. Or better yet, I'll take you if it's just you. I'll go with you to the dentist or whatever it is. That's unacceptable, because if we're together and I say I love you, how dare I let you? No, that means you going in public. You representing the both of us. No, ma'am.
Hence the reason why I got all cute and you was trying to get me together.
Yeah,
like
you was over the top. You was over the top.
But I'm just saying, sometimes in relationships we get complacent because we have the person that we think we're going to be with for the rest of our lives, and we hope that we're going to be with them.
That's nasty.
Well, I mean, I'm not just saying just hygiene. What happens if all of a sudden, God forbid, I come out of remission and my cancer is bad to the point where I'm like sick. Some people can't handle that in a relationship. Or what if now one of us is diagnosed with a mental illness that we're not ready to deal with, or we don't know how to deal with. I've been in a relationship before where I've dealt with someone with mental illness, and it can be draining, especially if you're trying to take care of them, take care of yourself, take care of the household, and it's a lot. And some people don't have that staying power to stay because it's overwhelming.
Right.
So in those situations,
I think that's an individual decision, and it's based on that individual relationship and that individual person. And I do think it's different too when you're talking about from dating to marriage, because if I'm married to you, then I made that commitment to be there, irregardless of what transpires or happens, whether it's with our health or anything like that. I made that vow to you and to God. I will stay there. That's what I said. Now, if I'm just dating somebody and we haven't made that, no, I'm serious, and we haven't made that commitment, then I think that person may reserve the right to whether this is just too much for me to handle, or I'm not able to do that. And people have to be real about that, because you can't guilt them from like, well, you should want to stay. They may not be able to handle that.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can see that point of view. However, I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. and then again, the dating and the marriage thing does kind of changes the dynamics of things. Because if you are dating with someone, we sometimes have rule breakers. Yeah. Like, I have a whole royal message that said that when you start dating, you need to start asking people for their psychological evals to see if the doctor thinks that they are sane to date. Because, you know, nowadays, I mean, we've seen some things. Me and the boo thing have seen some things with people dating and doing all kind and people doing crazy things in the midst of the dating. Right. I mean, ooh, wee. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, thank God that the boo thing wasn't crazy. Father God, Jesus. Because I've had some crazies. So, with that being said, you know.
And I've dated someone with mental illness. I don't think I would want to go through all that again.
I can't.
Yeah.
It is draining.
Nasty taste in my mouth. I'm just like.
But even still, it's like, well, what do you do? I mean, that's health issues. But, you know, and that is
especially
a little bit deeper.
Doing anything about it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. If you're not willing to do anything about it or seek some help or assistance, that's another thing. And, like, you know, I definitely having that foundation in God, I mean, rooted in Him, will make the difference for me being able to maintain my position in the relationship. You know, but and like I said again too, it does depend on the individual.
Yeah.
And it depends on the relationship you're in. I know there's people that I dated in my past that if stuff had came up with mental health or something like that, no, but I wasn't there with them like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Okay. It wasn't like that. It was just like, you know, we kicking it. You know that is. You know, we doing what we doing, and that's all it was.
Just kick
right.
It.
But
Ow.
you know, definitely with and I use our relationship as an example. I ain't going nowhere. You know.
So what if they told you right now, yo, Majesty has schizophrenia? You know.
What kind of pills should you take? When should you take them? Let's get this on the schedule.
But see, that's you. Okay, that's right. With mental illness and health. Now, what if, like I said, if I start rolling through here at 300 pounds, what you gonna do?
We can't be 300 pounds because if you 300 pounds and I'm already there, I'll be 600. That's not healthy. And we have children and we want more children. That's not healthy. And we're doing them a disservice. And on top of that, see, I have a whole list of things. So, no. We gonna have to do something about that.
So I mean,
I wouldn't leave you, but I'd be like, we're gonna get this treadmill. All of these couches is getting out here. This refrigerator about to be locked up. We doing this together.
We gonna lock the refrigerator.
It's locked.